Web3.tv.
Hello and welcome to Crypto TV. I'm Lisa Amnegard, bringing you the latest news in crypto, Web3, AI, and blockchain. Cryptocurrencies kicked off the week in the green after several days of rising uncertainty. Bitcoin is trading near $85,000, up 14% from last week's low of $74,500. Ethereum has climbed more than 5%, passing the $1,600 mark, while XRP is up 9.6%, trading just over $2. Other gainers in the past week include Solana up 34%, Dogecoin up 23%, Cardano gaining 35%, and Tron up nearly 15%. Now, these gains follow renewed investor optimism after the Trump administration paused reciprocal tariffs on all 180 countries apart from China, and exempted key tech products like smartphones, computers, and semiconductors. However, analysts warn that more trade turbulence may lie ahead. Just yesterday, President Trump announced new semiconductor tariffs coming within the next week, and China is showing no signs of backing down. They responded by halting exports of critical rare earth minerals vital to the global auto, chip, and aerospace industries. Now, these moves point to rising trade tensions, keeping markets on edge as we head into another week of high-stakes negotiations, policy uncertainty, and potential supply chain disruptions. Now for a top story. Mantra, a blockchain platform for real-world asset tokenization, saw its OM token crash on Sunday, dropping over 90% from $6.30 to 0.43 cents, wiping out $6 billion in market value. The crash marks one of the sharpest single-day declines in crypto history, raising questions of market manipulation among investors. But according to Mantra's co-founder, John Patrick Mullen, the crash was triggered by reckless forced closures on centralized exchanges, where large investor sell-offs caused panic selling. Mullen denied allegations of insider activity and provided wallet addresses to prove the team held tokens remain intact. However, skepticism is mounting within the crypto community. Reports from Spot on Chain suggest that insiders may control up to 90% of the token's circulating supply. On-chain data revealed that $91 million worth of OM tokens were moved to exchanges shortly before the crash, fueling speculation of insider dumping. Now, the crash comes just months after Mantra announced a $1 billion partnership with Dubai-based Mac Group for real estate tokenization and secured a VAR license in Dubai. Despite these achievements, concerns about liquidity and governance have overshadowed the project's ambitions. Leading crypto litigation firm Berwick Law has reportedly launched an investigation into the incident and will be looking at tokenomics, large-scale transfers, and liquidity concerns. As investors demand transparency and detailed investigation into the crash, the future of Mantra's OM token remains uncertain. Next, President Trump has signed a resolution rolling back on a controversial IRS rule targeting DeFi platforms, known as the DeFi broker rule. The rule, established in the final days of the Biden administration, aimed to bring more oversight to crypto activity by treating DeFi platforms as traditional brokers. However, many industry experts argue that these rules were simply unworkable, as DeFi protocols do not act as intermediaries or collect user data like traditional exchanges, making it impossible to comply with the guidelines. In March, both the House and the Senate invoked a Congressional Review Act to nullify the IRS revision, requiring only a simple majority vote. With President Trump's signature, the measure not only rescinds the DeFi reporting mandate, but makes the first ever crypto bill signed into law. Now, this matters because the bipartisan support on the bill could bode well for other crypto legislative priorities like the stablecoin regulation and the market structure. Executives celebrated the resolution, with the Blockchain Association CEO saying in a statement that this rule promised an end to the United States crypto industry, and they are grateful to have this rule off the books. Next, major moves for Ripple, as they have announced a $1.25 billion deal to acquire multi-asset prime broker Hidden Road. This makes Ripple the first crypto company to own and operate a global multi-asset prime brokerage. Hidden Road currently facilitates over $3 trillion in transactions annually, serving more than 300 institutional clients with services ranging from securities lending to leveraged trade execution. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse called the acquisition a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to bridge traditional finance and crypto, adding that the deal will significantly boost Ripple's setting the stage to become the largest non-bank prime broker in the world. As part of the deal, Ripple will integrate its stablecoin RLUSD into Hidden Road's offerings. The deal is expected to close within the coming months. Now, this move comes on the heels of Ripple and the SEC dropping their appeals, officially ending their long-running legal battle. With that behind them, Ripple plans to expand U.S. hiring and double down on stablecoin regulation, market structure, and XRP adoption. Next, the Senate Democrats are pushing back against the Department of Justice on a decision to dismantle the Crypto Enforcement Unit, one they say could put Americans at greater risk of crypto crime. In a letter to Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, 6 senators, including Elizabeth Warren and Dick Durbin, urged the DOJ to bring back its crypto enforcement team. The letter argued that dismantling the unit could facilitate to illicit activities such as sanction evasion, drug trafficking, scams, and child exploitation. The letter cited the FBI's 2023 cryptocurrency fraud report, which found Americans lost more than $5.6 billion to crypto fraud, a 45% spike from 2022. Investment scams alone made up nearly $3.9 billion of that total. The senators are demanding answers from the DOJ, including a clear enforcement plan going forward, with a response deadline set for May 1st. And finally, as a way to spearhead innovation, Bybit, the world's second-largest crypto exchange, is backing Blockathon 2025 AI for Decentralized Autonomy, a hackathon event led by SuiHub AUS. Applications are now open for full-time students across the country, and the program aims to empower the next generation for AI and blockchain, as well as allow them to explore agent-to-agent technologies and how AI can drive autonomous decentralized systems. From April 11 to May 2nd, participants will engage in expert-led workshops, receive technical mentoring, and pitch their ideas live at Basecamp Dubai. Finalists will showcase their solutions at Sui Basecamp, competing for recognition and real-world impact. And that's all that we had for you today. My name is Lisa Amnegard, and you're watching Crypto TV.
Web3.tv